Senator Lindsay Graham stabs President Trump in the back and then orders he be investigated by Congress. America was spending $50 million on condoms for Hamas. Yes, you heard me correctly. Congress subpoenas the worst Democrat mayors in America to testify under oath why they are helping illegal immigrants more than American citizens. And President Trump lays out exactly how to make America rich again. And are we heading to war with Mexico or the Mexico cartel? It seems like a yes, as the cartel opens up gunfire on Border Patrol. Now, last year, California Governor Gavin Newsom planned to create a support system for undocumented immigrants who might face deportation under the Trump administration. According to Politico News, the plan proposed the creation of an immigrant support network composed of regional hubs to connect at-risk individuals, their families, and communities with community systems such as legal services, schooling, labor unions, and local government. Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley has taken steps to disrupt Gavin Newsom's plan to make his state Trump-proof by introducing a new bill to prevent states like California from allowing undocumented immigrants to access Medicaid. Medicaid is a trust for Americans paid into by Americans, and it's running out of money, and they're depleting it even faster by giving away the cookie jar to illegal immigrants. Now, Representative Kiley stated, "This common sense legislation ensures that taxpayer-funded health care benefits are preserved for those who lawfully qualify, prioritizing the needs of American citizens and legal residents while promoting fairness and fiscal responsibility. California is spending $6.5 billion a year providing free health care to everyone here illegally. Meanwhile, many of our own citizens can't get in to see a doctor." Now, remember the economic statement? There's no such thing as a free lunch. Listen to how they say free health care while the California taxpayer spends $6.5 billion. Now, finally, a congressman with common sense. It might sound nice to want to give Medicaid to everyone, but that's not reality. We don't have the money or the resources or the doctors or nurses to be able to keep up with the American population and a new 15 million illegal population. With that being said, the leaders of some cities have attempted to keep illegal immigrants safe by arguing they are a sanctuary city. In response, Representative James Comer, who I interviewed last week, has decided to challenge sanctuary cities on their policies to protect undocumented immigrants. He took aim at the mayor of Boston, Chicago, Denver, and New York City over their refusal to cooperate with federal immigration authorities. Representative Comer argues that their efforts to shield immigrants from deportation, especially those with criminal records, puts American safety at risk. Representative James Comer said, "The Committee on Oversight and Government Reform is investigating sanctuary jurisdiction across the United States and their impact on public safety and the effectiveness of federal efforts to enforce the immigration laws of the United States. Sanctuary jurisdiction and their misguided and obstructionist policies hinder the ability of federal law enforcement officers to effectuate safe arrest and remove dangerous criminals from American communities, making Americans less safe. It is imperative that federal immigration law is enforced and that criminal aliens are swiftly removed from our communities." Now, for those of you who don't know, according to a news release, Boston, Chicago, Denver, and New York City are sanctuary jurisdictions that are refusing to cooperate with Tom Homan. Sanctuary jurisdictions are states, counties, or cities that put limits on how much they will cooperate with federal agencies, and their main goal is to keep illegal immigrants in the area. These jurisdictions take it upon themselves to decide which laws to keep and which ones to drop, all in an attempt to shield illegal immigrants from law enforcement. So far, there are 12 states and hundreds of cities, but I believe that's coming to an end. Now, I think things are about to get really heated. States shouldn't be allowed to ignore the federal government at this level. Weed legalization is one thing, but shielding hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants that are bankrupting welfare, social safety net programs, Medicare and Medicaid, and Social Security is illegal and has to be dealt with. All right, now over these past 4 years, this isn't the only area Biden allowed to hurt the American economy. During a speech recently made, President Donald Trump has demanded that he wants to bring wealth back to America and make America wealthy again. As he's able to raise income flowing to the United States, he wants to decrease taxes or eliminate them altogether. Let's watch this clip together.
Richer and more powerful than ever before. Do you know the United States in 1870 to 1913, all tariffs, and that was the richest period in the history of the United States, relatively speaking. In other words, relatively. And they set up the Great Tariff Commission of 1887, and this commission had one function: what to do with all the money that we took in. It was so enormous that they had no idea. It was a blue ribbon committee. It was set up 1887, and what to do with all of the money that we had. And again, Teddy Roosevelt was a beneficiary, because when McKinley was killed, he took over this vast sum of money, and he did all of those national parks and all of the other things. And I'm not knocking him, but he was given a vast amount of money, and that was all made through tariffs. We had no income tax. The income tax came in 1913. As I said in my speech last week, instead of taxing our citizens to enrich foreign nations, we should be tariffing and taxing foreign nations to enrich our citizens. Does that make sense, right?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let me know over in the comments. That last sentence that he said is really powerful. We've been taxing Americans to enrich foreign nations when we should have been using taxes and tariffs on foreign nations to enrich Americans. Like, this makes so much sense. Think about places like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, other places, Abu Dhabi. These countries, although, highly Muslim populations, one of their focuses is the government brings in so much money that there is no poverty. There is no lack of doctors. People get educated. There is no crime. There's no older cars. Everyone has food in abundance. So until we're like Abu Dhabi, just flowing with money, why are we giving away hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars to foreign nations at the expense of the American people? No, 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 no. I agree with President Donald J. Trump. It's time to tariff and tax foreign nations to enrich the American people instead of taxing the American people to enrich foreign nations. It is time to make a change. But let me know your thoughts, please. After being kept in the dark about the mystery drones over New Jersey, important information has finally been released. In the first press conference from White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt, she announced, I do have news directly from the President of the United States that was just shared with me from the Oval Office. From President Trump directly, an update on the Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the Federal Aviation Administration for research and various other reasons. So wait a minute. President Biden lied to the American people? Shocker. The White House lied to the American people? Shocker. But why put people through all of this stress, all of this anxiety, letting members of Congress say, We don't know what it is. Even members of Congress were kept in the dark to the point where people were like, wait a minute. Does Iran or China have motherships off the coast of America and we're about to be attacked? Shame on you, Biden. Shame on you, Biden administration, for putting fear into the American people that we might be attacked or invaded so that you could run your research tests. I knew President Trump knew what was going on, but until he became president, he wasn't allowed to talk about what was going on in the presidential daily briefing. So what was this all about? Why all the unnecessary fear? I still want to know, what were they researching? Were they sniffing for nuclear material? What was the point of all of it? Now, the Democrats continue to say President Trump really isn't doing much in his first week. I mean, after all, the price of eggs are still very expensive. Well, guess what? Inflation rose under Biden, not under Trump. And under Biden, they gave permission to kill hundreds of millions of egg-laying chickens. That's why your eggs are scarce, and that's why your eggs are expensive. So don't try to blame it on Donald Trump. Now, Levitt said, I would like to point out each and every one of you in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office upstairs in the residence sleeping, egg prices increased by 65%. As far as the egg shortage, what's also contributing to that is that the Biden administration and the Department of Agriculture directed the mass killing of over 100 million chickens. This is why there is a lack of supply, lack of eggs, shortage. That's why the prices went up. It had nothing to do with President Trump. And by the way, you can't fix gas prices or grocery prices overnight. They've got to bring down the cost of energy, and then you will see those prices stall or begin to lower. Now, isn't it so nice to have a press secretary who has real answers? One user on X compared her to Biden's press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, by stating, that's awesome that she had that info at her disposal. KJP wasn't even able to answer the most obvious questions from day to day. Yeah, like they just lied over and over and over again. Oh, there's not men peeing in women's bathrooms. Oh, it's actually good for men to be in women's sports. Just lies over and over and over again. Oh, President Biden doesn't know what these drones are. All right, now in some troubling news, Mexican cartel members were caught on video firing, taking aim, shooting at U.S. Border Patrol in an attempt to get illegal immigrants across the Rio Grande River near Texas. The attack occurred at around 1:30 p.m. at Fronton, Texas. In a post on X, Lieutenant Chris Olivares stated, DPS responded to assist Border Patrol after agents received gunfire from cartel members in Mexico while patrolling in Fronton. DPS drone operators captured the gunman fleeing Mexico due to military presence and seeking refuge on an island between U.S. and Mexico, according to authorities. No wonder you have Colonel Douglas McGregor on an interview live with me last night saying, we need 10,000, 100,000 people on the border, just like they used to in the olden days. If we really want to tackle this problem and the cartel, then we need to use human power. Let me know if you agree with that. Also, go check out that interview. It was really, really excellent. Now, Tom Homan, the border czar, is not having it. He announced that the United States is preparing to launch an aggressive war against the Mexican drug cartel. So are we going to war with Mexico? Possibly. It's not just going to be tariffs. I predict that with the cartel being labeled a terrorist organization, we may see Delta Force or others deployed to take out the head of the snake, but we'll see. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. During an interview with Sean Hannity, Tom Homan stated, it's going to get worse, Sean, because President Trump is going to seal the border. He's going to put the cartel out of business. So right now, things are heating up. So don't be surprised. Now, under the Biden administration, the Mexican cartel felt safe. They expanded, they increased their revenue to billions and billions of dollars. However, President Trump and Tom Homan say we are absolutely preparing to shut it all down. Now, I want to show you a video about this and go a little bit deeper. Then I want to tell you about how Senator Lindsey Graham has betrayed President Trump and called for him to be investigated. My gosh, we're only like 11 days in, Senator Graham, you piece of crap. But let me tell you about today's sponsor. COVID-19, cancer, diabetes, all of these kill far less than the #1 killer in America, heart disease. Heart disease causes 1 in 4 deaths in America. Every 36 seconds, somebody dies from heart disease. So what can be done about it? Last week, I did an interview with Kim Bright, the founder of Brightcore Nutrition, and she explained how her product, Vitality, contains 7 clinically proven and patented ways to improve heart health. I want to tell you about those. So she says that there is product in here that naturally balances blood pressure. It balances cholesterol. It improves circulation. Overall, it strengthens your cardiovascular system. We're talking about CoQ10, vitamin K, grapeseed oil, and many other patented supplements to help your situation. Now, anyone with high blood pressure or high cholesterol, anyone who wants to balance their blood sugar or has family history of heart disease or hasn't felt well should definitely look into this product. Now, right now, you can buy 2 bottles and get 1 free. Go to mybrightcore.com/vitality, or you can get up to 50% off and free shipping just by doing your order through their 888 number. So save more money, get educated with one of their staff members, and get free shipping. Just call 888-908-4425, and you'll thank me. It's a great product, and I personally take it for my own heart situation. All right, now, are we heading to war with Mexico? Listen to Alex Jones explain what Trump is doing and needs to do, and also from Tom Homan. Let me go ahead and roll that now.
Is on an absolute brutal but precision warpath offense against the globalists, not just here but worldwide. We have them completely off balance. We have their operatives surrendering everywhere. Trump is purging the deep state massively at an accelerated pace. He has signed executive orders declaring official war. And you don't need an act of Congress when it comes to the borders. The president has that power and the security of the United States under direct attack to slaughter the Mexican drug cartels. And now they tried to kill Border Patrol yesterday. They've been killing citizens, shooting them. You're going to see massive action. The Grim Reaper's coming now. In fact, I guarantee you, they're already getting stacked up. Bodies are hitting the ground. I'm going to leave it at that, because I know the people doing it. So they were ready for this. Homan said they're going to strike back. They're going to try to kill our people. We're ready. He told the cartels, you better stop. They didn't. And last night, he went on national television. And he said, that's it. Gloves are off. We're coming to kill you. They've been killing us over 140,000 on average a year with the fentanyl alone. I know so many friends and family that have dead children, young adults, older adults that have died from that alone.
Let me know over in the comments, do you have family members or direct contact with anyone who has lost somebody to the fentanyl being brought in by the drug mules of the Mexican cartel? Please let me know over in the comments.
And we're not going to sit here and take it anymore. That's what this is about. And when the good guys get pissed and get off the bench and wake up, it's bye-bye time.
What do you know about the Border Patrol agents exchanging gunfire with Mexico drug cartels from earlier?
They've taken gunfire, and it's going to get worse, Sean, because President Trump's going to seal that border. He's going to put the cartels out of business. He declared them a terrorist organization. We got the whole of government is going to dismantle these people and wipe them off the face of the earth. They're not going to go. They're not going to go lightly. We're taking them out of the trafficking business. We're taking them out of the smuggling business. We're taking them out of the dope business. There's going to be more violence on the southwest border. That's why Trump committed to calling the terrorist organization. He has. That's why the entire United States government is going to take care of those people and abolish them. We're going to attack them not just in Mexico, but in the 42 countries that Jalisco cartel are currently residing in. The Trump administration is going to take them on just like he did the caliphate, and we're going to destroy them.
That means the U.S. military is coming to kill you.
All right. Let me know. Do you agree with Trump's crystal clear message of fixing the border, fixing immigration, and taking out the cartel that is killing men, women, and children in America? I 100% support this. I can't believe how many hundreds of thousands of people died under Joe Biden while he and Kamala turned a blind eye. Now, as president, he has extreme authority on the border. As the head of the military, he has extreme power to use the U.S. military in the country and out of the country. If there's an emergency on the border, which they've declared an emergency on the border. So he has a lot of power and authority, and he is angry. He's just as angry, if not more angry, for the American people. He wants us safe. He wants us protected. Let me know, is he doing a good job? Could he be doing more? Do you support him with everything that he's doing on the border? Well, I know one person who doesn't support him. I'm talking about piece of crap Senator Lindsey Graham, who not even a dozen days in to the presidency has already betrayed President Donald J. Trump and called for Congress to investigate him. Are you kidding me? Listen to this. In a dramatic twist of political allegiance, Senator Lindsey Graham has launched a scathing attack against former President President Trump, demanding an investigation into the revocation of John Bolton's security detail. Wait a minute. You care more about this deep state, John Bolton, this guy who badmouthed Trump every single chance he got on CNN, MSNBC, the mainstream media, because this guy's out of government. He doesn't need to have his security detail. He doesn't need to have his security clearance. But Lindsey Graham, someone's whispering in his ear, go after Donald Trump. This act, perceived by many as the ultimate betrayal, has thrown a spotlight on the murky waters of political loyalty and national security. Senator Lindsey Graham, who once stood as a stalwart supporter of Trump, now questions the president's judgment in a move that could endanger those that serve the nation abroad. The controversy has ignited a firestorm of accusations on social media, branding Lindsey Graham as a rhino and a warmonger and betraying his party's president, suggesting that he cares more about the uniparty than his own party. Now, amidst this political drama, the core issue at stake is the safety of government officials and the ethical implications a president has power over. Now, Lindsey Graham's call for scrutiny brings in the intense debate about security clearance, security protection, the presidential power. Anyway, I'm hoping that this story will fizzle out, but I wanted to bring it to your attention. Lindsey Graham is calling on Congress to investigate President Donald Trump. He's only been in a dozen days. You know what they need to continue to investigate is the stupid ways in which American government is spending money. Let me just share one of those with you right now.
During this pause, Doge and OMB have actually found that there was $37 million that was about to go out the door to the World Health Organization, which is an organization, as you all know, that President Trump, with the swipe of his pen in that executive order, is no longer wants the United States to be a part of. So that wouldn't be in line with the president's agenda. Doge and OMB also found that there was about to be 50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to fund condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money. So that's what this pause is focused on, being good stewards of tax dollars.
Okay, so President Trump shut down the flow of money. I believe that he and Elon Musk and Vivek, I know, is leaving, but I think he's still there, and the team that they have built, they want to investigate where is American taxpayer money going. So they shut it down so that they can start seeing all the different networks where money is flowing. And let me tell you, they've already discovered that money is being sent to about 50,000 dark groups that are almost all connected to the Democrat Party. They're almost all connected to bringing in illegal immigrants, opposing American values, opposing the nuclear family, supporting trans issues, gender confusion ideology. I mean, President Trump signed to get us out of the WHO, which is largely funded by China and Bill Gates. And they were still trying to secretly send $37 million of taxpayer money. Then on top of that, you heard Ms. Levitt. Why are we about to send $50 million for condoms for Hamas, for the people of Palestine? Why are we giving them $50 million worth of condoms? Now, you can look this up. I wasn't able to show a video because it was getting hit with copyright, but they're using these condoms and they're filling them with explosive gas, and then they're using them as weapons. They're not even using them to lower their population. Oh my gosh. Why are we giving a terrorist organization $50 million in condoms? I'm sorry if you got young kids watching. It's the story in the news. It's weird. I wanted to bring it to your attention. What do you think about that? They shut it down, saved the American taxpayer $87 million in about 5 minutes. But why? Let me know in the comments. Why are we sending Hamas $50 million worth of condoms? Hey, let me know your thoughts about what Lindsay Graham is calling for against President Trump. Let me know your thoughts about James Comer issuing subpoenas to have the mayor of Boston and Chicago and LA and New York brought in to testify under oath. Why are you betraying America? Why are you spending so much money on illegal immigrants? And let me know, what do you think about Trump making America rich again? And also, is America heading to war with Mexico? Please, there's thousands of you on right now. Give this video a like, because it helps me more than you know. It tells YouTube and Rumble to share this with others. I love you guys. Stay amazing, and I will see you.